Wow, I went techno that time. I don't know what that was. Give it up. Welcome to the Cowboy Hunter Podcast. What's up? Hey, man, that was one. I got a new setup here, man, and yeah, it's all that, whatever. So here we are. What's up, Wednesday? And we're back, and here we are. I'm joined with some of the top creators in the world, Craig. Right below me is Cowboys Corner. He's in the house. Give it up for Cowboys Corner. And right next to him, we have the man, top flight security. Cowboy Champ is in the house. Give it up for Cowboys Champ. And we got our very own football junkie. Give it up one more time. And in the back, I have our moderator in the background. She told me she didn't want to come on because she wasn't caught up, guys. She said she wasn't caught up to date with what's going on. Yeah, I'm telling. She said she don't want to come on. I'm going to tell it. She said she don't want to come on because she's not up to date. So what has she been doing? Come on, will you hear me? What's going on, Cowboys Corner? How you doing, brother?
Ooh, what's going on, you guys? You got a new setup. I got a new setup as well. A new webcam, a new mic. Hope I'm looking and sounding fantastic because you are too, G. Hampton.
Well, thank you, brother. Thank you. You're looking great as ever. You know what I mean? So good to have you tonight, brother. Everything okay? Because, yeah, we had a little problem last time, Football Junkie, because somebody got into their feelings and said something about they wasn't invited.
I wasn't.
Anyway, let's get ready to huddle. We got Cowboy Champ in the house. Cowboy Champ, how you doing today, brother?
Oh, I can't complain. Just got over a birthday. My birthday was Saturday on the 4th.
Oh, all right.
It's cancer season.
Oh my God.
So I made another trip around the sun.
There you go, for sure, man. For sure. That's what's up. Happy birthday to you. And we got somebody else just celebrated a birthday. Football Junkie just celebrated his birthday. What's going on, Football Junkie?
Oh shoot, nothing much. Just chilling on it. That's about it. Man. Just anticipating this upcoming season and just waiting to see what this is gonna do for the Dallas Cowboys.
And yeah, because to be straight up with you guys, the Cowboy Huddle podcast will be in Oxnard. Give it up. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I'll be bringing you news that you can use from the sidelines. So I'll be reporting on some of these players out there, man, and see what we got. We're definitely going to get into some of the competition battle, man. So, yeah, I personally, what I said, man, I said with everything that's going on, all this competition going on, man, this is something that we definitely have to see. I have to see. So, yeah, I done arranged everything because there's competition, I think, at all positions. I really think, man. So it's definitely going to be something to see. So with that being said, man, let's come get a couple of these topics real quick, man. And I don't know if you heard about what's going on. Cowboys Champ, Von Miller was seen on Instagram showcasing his new uniform in a Dallas Cowboys uniform. So,
you know what?
30, what is he, 36, 37?
Yeah. You know what? Bring him. No, what? If he's cheap, bring him in so he can show the young players how to do it.
You think so?
I'm saying if he's cheap.
What's cheap?
Yeah. What is cheap?
200,000.
Get out of here. Not even a vet minimum.
Dude.
You know what? You know what? Honestly speaking, I chuck Von anywhere from 5 to 7 million. Because he's a player's coach. He be on field coaching with the boys. He'll help get these guys sharpened up and refined. Von got some skills and some technique that he could pass along.
So, Cowboy, what do you think about that, Cowboys Corner?
Oh, I'm all for it, man. I'm all for getting a veteran here. I'm all for that. And one thing you got to understand is you guys are saying it right. Players coach, cheap. He could be cheap, but he's depth. We don't have depth. We are lacking in the depth department, especially on edge rusher. Now, I would rather have Von Miller than to give up draft picks to go get sweat from the Cardinals. I like this move better.
Yeah.
Because this move allows me to keep my draft picks.
Yeah.
Sure. For
Yeah.
sure. And I don't think you have to give him so many reps either, but he could definitely be a rotational piece, man. He definitely could be a rotational piece. I think he would be. So I guess we all can agree it'll be. I mean, we got a plethora of outside linebackers, man. So I guess the question, Cowboys champ, will that hurt some of these other? I mean, we just still got Sam Williams. We still have Houston. I mean, does that hurt their chances of getting on the field? You think?
Um, Competition. If you're not good enough, go on. Because it ain't time to coddle players' feelings. You need to have the best available players out there. And if competition to hurt their feelings, then they don't need to be on this team.
Okay, well, now this is what happened with Von Miller when he went with the Commanders before he got signed. He showcased his him in a Commanders uniform. So this is something that's possible that could happen. I mean, we never know. We'll see. Yeah, I don't think it'll hurt anything, But damn, man, up there in age. So, but with other news, Michael Irvin is praising the Dallas Cowboys drama-free offseason. No drama. Cowboys corner, should we be worried or should we be excited that there's no drama with the Cowboys? I guess not making news.
I mean, there's really never been drama that's not with any other team. I mean, whether that's be a contract negotiation or a player getting arrested. I mean, obviously, players getting arrested is terrible for the team, detrimental. But, when I think of distractions, it's, something bigger than that, right? Like if Marshawn Nealon did this during this time instead of during the season or, something like that. That's what I consider drama. But regular football stuff, business stuff, contracts, holdouts, whatever. There's really no drama on that aspect of it. It just gets glorified because we are America's team. We are the clickbait team. We are the hot topic team. Hell, Seth Rollins just went on the show today. He's a Chicago Bear fan and said we got the number one offense in the league, and yet he forgot to lack our red zone inefficiencies. But hey, to each their own. But there's no drama.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think, football junkie? I mean, well, here's the confidence from Irvin. Michael Irvin says the Cowboys are more focused this offseason without major contract distractions. A change from the past decade, and we have seen that in the past. I mean, we've seen CD, we've seen Ezekiel Elliott, we've seen Dak Prescott. We've seen this over and over again. So for the first time, I mean, when we talk about George Pickens, that was one we just didn't know what was going to take place, but look like George Pickens is going to be here. So yeah, I mean, what do you think about Michael Irvin's comment?
I mean, that's a highly optimistic comment by Michael Irvin. And if it's drama or no drama, it's still gonna be Cowboys. But for the most part, I feel like it's a good thing because Jerry Jones has put himself in jail. So
Right.
usually Jerry Jones keeps something going. He keeps the flames stoked up one way or another. He's got his face or his mouth verbally recorded in the media, some form or fashion. So even Jerry's at hush mouth. So it's got to be really good because Jerry he must be salivating at the mouth on what's to come.
Yeah, yeah, and I guess that is a good thing, man. Because we've seen CeeDee Lamb, we've seen Dez Bryant, all these guys wait the last minute. So I guess this is a good move, man. Cowboys champ, let me ask you this question. So how are you feeling right now as far as what you have seen with this roster and all the moves that we've taken so far? How are you feeling about this 2026 roster and this team for this season?
Actually, I just got to wait to see how training camp goes and the first preseason games and see how the young players are going to be established in, of course, in the new defensive system, and if the young people on the offense can step up another level. So it's just a wait and see for me.
So, Cowboy corner, with everything that you've seen as far as the additions, the subtractions, everything that's been on the news about the Cowboys, especially with these players. We talking about Caleb Downs, we're talking about Malachi Lawrence. From what you have seen up to this point, because again, we all been observing what the Cowboys been doing. So fill us in on some information that you kind of came up with and what you've seen up to this date, and kind of share with everybody what you've seen so far.
Yeah, I think the upgrades that we made, I think they have improved, and specifically on the defense side of the ball. Me and Uncensored, shout out to my dog, I wanted to break down who we lost, and how I categorized that was who at least started a game for the Cowboys on defense and who's no longer here. And when you did the tit for tat, there was some that got washed, but there was a lot where you got better at. And in particular, the safety position, right? You don't have Donovan Wilson here. You don't have Y.A. Thomas here anymore. Those guys, they didn't really contribute to this football team in a way that they should at that strong safety spot. Now you bring in Jalen Thompson. You bring in Caleb Downs. Those guys are a huge upgrade at that position. Yeah, you talk about, Malachi Lawrence replacing a guy like Clowney. You have to give that rookie some reps. Now, Uncensored called Von Miller a progress stopper. He's not a progress stopper because he won't be a starter. He'll be a rotational piece. He'll be a depth piece.
Agree.
So that's why I want that now. Sweat, if you trade for Sweat, then that's a progress stopper. That hurts Malachi Lawrence. Von Miller coming in here helps him because he could teach him the moves, right? DeMarcus Ware taught and took Von Miller under the wing. You know what I'm saying? DeMarcus Ware took Tyron Smith under the wing. Tyron Smith took DeMarcus Lawrence under the wing. So there's a circle of life to this, so to speak. So bring in Von Miller because he's going to teach what Ware taught him, etc. But when you look at LT Overtone replacing Mozzie Smith, that's an upgrade, right? Otito Obanya replacing Solomon Thomas, that's an upgrade. A wash would be Fowler getting replaced by Tyrus Sweet. That would be a wash, right? But when you break this down on special teams, CJ Goodwin just retired. Who replaced CJ Goodwin for special teams? That was PJ Locke. I think that's an upgrade because PJ Locke is younger. Yeah, he came off a back fusion, a year and a half ago now. But I think that's still an upgrade over CJ Goodwin because he's younger, he's stronger, and he's faster. Kyer Elam getting replaced by the rookie Devin Moore out of Florida. I think that's an upgrade. So when you look at these pieces, and here's another upgrade, right? And I was a big Osa fan. Not having Osa on this team anymore is an upgrade in itself, right? And so because he
explain that a little bit.
Yeah, he didn't get the sack numbers that you think that he would get. I mean, he got a lot of pressures, but it didn't mount to the sacks. I'm a pressure guy. I love pressure stats, but he never hit 6 sacks with as many pressures as he got, right? And he was a nuisance in the running game, and he didn't contribute anything to the running, to stopping the run game, right? He was part of the reason we got ran over. So Christian Parker studied these films. I mean, if you looked at the Dallas Cowboys in this offseason and their media things that they gave us, right? When they showed Christian Parker, when they showed the draft picks, when they went to Christian Parker's office, what did he have on the TV? He had film, he had tape, he had things going on where he was studying and studying defenses and learning guys and learning his scheme, right? So that's the biggest upgrade here is Christian Parker. And now when you boil this down to Caleb Downs, I'm sorry to go long-winded.
No, you're good. You
boil this down with Caleb Downs out of Ohio State. The Champs shared a quote about him could be playing everywhere, whether that's safety, whether that's corner, whether that's edge rusher, whether that's linebacker. I would rather have Caleb Downs in the front 7. He has over 1,000 snaps in college playing in the front 7 in college. And he played at a high level. And there was a lot of games, if you go watch the tape, where Caleb Downs would be on the left, they ran it to the right. He'd be on the right, they ran it to the left. They ran away from Caleb Downs a lot. Is that coincidence? You tell me, because it happened a lot. And I would rather have Caleb Downs in the front 7 than at safety. I will die on that hill.
Yeah. And you might see that because we know that this defense will be, what do we call it? Very they'll be very mobile. I mean, I think that these guys will be moving. They'll be moving pieces on this defense. So, and I think this is what confuses the offenses because how Coach Parker moves his players around. So they're going to have to be able to do more than one thing, you know. So that's going to be something to see. So we might see them in the front seven. Um, yeah, I agree. But let me ask you this though: when we talk about this defense. And when we talk about Malachi Lawrence, now you know we just brought in Charles Snowden. We just brought in Charles Snowden, and he's a veteran player. But when I talk about Malachi Lawrence, as far as what he's used to doing, as far as putting his hand in the ground and rushing the quarterback, do you think there will be a problem with him, or do you think they see that he might be a problem in drop coverage? And that's the reason they brought in Charles Snowden.
I think Snowden is a depth piece. I don't. If you put Snowden up against Ezra Raku, if you put him up against Tyrus Sweet, if you put him up against Malachi Lawrence, I don't know who he's beating out. I don't get it. He was a hang around free agent that just got signed late. Previously with the Raiders, a bad team there. But I would rather see Malachi Lawrence play over Snowden any day of the week. And with Malachi Lawrence, we have to understand that we didn't have a second round draft pick, so that was the gamble piece to it. And so, I've been saying for months leading up to the draft, I don't mind gambling on that second round pick. Get a guy in here that he might be a second round grade, he might be a late first, but get him in here, and that's the piece that you can develop. And so Malachi Lawrence is kind of that developable piece. I mean, he's a first round pick. Cowboys, they traded back to get two fours, and they wanted to stick and pick. We could have traded back into the second and got more picks. It is what it is. It is what it is. Malachi Lawrence is a Dallas Cowboy, and they have to figure out how to play him.
Yeah.
Whether that's stopping the run, whether that's rushing the passer. I wouldn't put him out in coverage necessarily. That's just me. But let's perfect him on the defensive line first.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Football Junkie, how do you feel so far right now that what you've seen up to this point with all the moves that the Cowboys have made and some of the additions, some of the subtractions, and coaching staff and everything? How do you feel right now as far as what you've seen so far, man?
Me personally, from just looking at what the Cowboys have done and the transitions they've made with the player and personnel, I have to say that when we look at everything and take a glance at the players that has been acquired over the last few months, you have to just say one thing: all those guys come from winning teams. It don't even matter if it was college. All of them come from winning teams. Every last one of them team was competitive. So you are going to be looking at guys that's a collage of competitiveness going on with the Cowboys, from the secondary to linebackers to the defensive to the defensive linemen. It's something that has really been overly needed because
Right.
it brings about a lot of team morale, a lot of moxie, a lot of competition, a lot of edginess, and so forth and so on when you create the healthy competition, because it can bring out the best of everybody. Uh, these guys that we've acquired, especially in the secondary, and like Corner said, these guys basically are the replacement players for those players that were either retired or wasn't needed anymore, or was shipped off to somewhere else. This is something that we really needed to do. We needed a house cleaning. We needed a true house cleaning from the defense perspective, and the coaching perspective as well. Because, man, what we had last season was utterly atrocious.
Yeah.
That stuff that was being put out there on the football field and was being passed along in practice and film study, couldn't even start a bonfire with, man, because it was just that dead. It was literally that dead.
Yeah.
Um, But this is something. This is a rebirthing of the Dallas Cowboys defense as a whole. There's a lot of prognosticators been given their own variated report of believing that the Cowboys defense is probably going to be one of the best defenses in the NFL this coming up season.
Can't be any
Uh,
worse.
exactly, can't be any worse.
It can though.
But it can though. But it can. But at the same time, I believe this fresh blood, this fresh blood, this new approach, this new view with CP is going to really make a big difference, I believe, for the Dallas Cowboys because he's the heart, and the defensive players and the staff is the blood in the veins.
Yeah.
So how he pumped is how they go, and his coaching staff that he handpicked his coaching staff basically just like he's handpicked all these players to come in to come along as a unified force to make what is going to be a new look defense for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm really interested in the defensive front as a whole as well because that's the backbone to everything and how we're going to get started from the defensive standpoint. Because if these guys can come together as a strong force unit and do what we feel like they can do and bring about the glimpses of production that we saw under the Eberflus regime at spot duty times when we did see some good things. If this could be a more consistent and persistent situation with the defensive front, I believe that we can have some utter chaos.
Right.
I believe we really can.
Yeah.
Because we got the mass, we got the beef to do what is necessary. If they rotate the pieces properly, because you can have a scheme set up where you got the right guys meshed up together to make sure that the attack go forth like it's supposed to.
Right.
And we got to make sure our linebackers stay clean.
Right.
We got to.
Yeah.
Because
I agree with what you're saying. And I agree, I'm going to cut you off, but I heard somebody said, we didn't bring a lot of players from winning teams, but I'm looking at the conference. Now personally, I could say SEC, Big 10, and maybe Big 12. Those are the conference that you want to bring in players that's basically close to a NFL level type player. And I know I heard somebody just made a comment. Well, not all of them. We not come from winning teams, but it's just the competition in at the collegiate level. So we're talking about your Michigans, your Ohio States. You're talking about your Texas. These are and Alabamas. So what do you think, Cowboys champ? I mean, when they're saying that they all did, could you agree that the ones that we have brought in from these conferences, do you think that makes a difference?
Yeah, bringing in players from the winning organization, it must definitely make a difference. But heck, the coaching staff, that's like last year. Everybody that Schottenheimer brought in, especially Eberflus, they came from losing organizations. And you see how that panned out last year, especially on defense. Now, the guys that Christian Parker brought in, I'm going to admit I don't know anything about them because I haven't really done the research on them, so I really can't say.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still saying I'm not overhyped. I'm not going to dog them. I'm just wait and see. I want to see how everything come together.
Yeah.
Just like you mixing in a good recipe for a dish. If it come out good, that's good. If not, then people gonna throw up on it. I just want to see what the Cowboys gonna do.
Yeah. So let me ask this question, Cowboy Corner, to you. We got Patrick Wright in the house. Give it up, Patrick Wright. All right, Patrick Wright. Good to see you, brother. and everybody else that's in the chat, man. We appreciate you guys stopping through, man. And matter of fact, before I'm going to ask this question, then moderator, I want to get into some of these comments because I see some great comments down there. But I'm going to ask you this question real quick, Cowboys Corner. So Shotty had made mention after the season last year. He said that he got involved with the defense a little bit too late. He wished he would have got more involved with the defense. And I'm like, well, you're the head coach. You're supposed to see those type of things. But again, after the fourth, fifth game, I thought something should have took place. But let me ask you this. Do you think Shotty should give up the play calling and allow Clayton Adams to call more of the plays while he managed the game? Or should Shotty continue calling the plays? I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah, I think Shotty has to do what's best for the football team. And if he thinks that him calling plays is best for the football team, then he needs to do it, because we need our head coach in control of his team, right? And now if later on, let's say this year, down the road, you got a losing record by week 6, and Schottenheimer starts letting Clayton Adams call plays, then he's really evaluating what the heck he's doing with this team, right? If the offense hits a stump and they can't score touchdowns, or the running game has really failed, Schottenheimer has to take a step back. Schottenheimer needs to do what's best for the team, and right now he feels like calling plays, which this is something that he's done for 20 years. Head coaching was his last year. So he made a big rookie mistake last year in letting a former head coach like Matt Eberflus control everything on the defense side of the ball. And I think that's how Schottenheimer approached it. You're a former head coach. You were an okay defensive coordinator with the Colts. So, you were okay linebacker for the Dallas Cowboys. So I'm going to trust you here, and I'm going to give you the keys to this, and I need you to do it. And by the time he did step into it, it was too late. You were 32nd in damn near every category.
Yeah.
But I'm going to blame that on rookiness. But Schottenheimer, year 2, he says that he has more confidence. He said things are flowing better for him. We're going to find out, and we will be his biggest critic as long as he's making decisions what's best for the football team.
Yeah, and personally, I'm going to say this here, man. After I saw this defense going downhill real fast, and Shotty didn't make a move, and sometimes I feel that takes place when you have a head coach calling plays. He is so caught up in his scheme or his play calling to where he can't watch both sides of the ball. And it's true. It's no way as a play caller. That's the same thing with when we had Wade Phillips. Wade Phillips was a great defensive coordinator, but you trying to call a defense and you trying to be a head coach, you had to bring in Rob Ryan. But I think he should have done something about this defense way before week 7. But again, he admitted that, he waited too late. Well, you waited too late because you're so caught up in your offense over here. And I understand what you're saying, Cowboys Corner. He has to do what's best. But when I look at Jimmy Johnson and when I look at Tom Landry, they managed the game. They could watch the defense. They could watch the offense. And I guarantee you, if it was Tom Landry or if it was Jimmy Johnson, seeing this defense as atrocious as it was, that would have been corrected before week 7. So and you bring in Clayton Adams for a reason. He's up in the booth and everything, but I just thought maybe he had probably went something to that, probably gave that up so he can manage the game better. I don't know. What do you think?
In 2023, what was Mike McCarthy doing?
Calling plays.
And he was doing what?
Head coach.
You got it or you don't.
What do we
jacking up?
That's true. You either you got it or you don't. But his defense wasn't nowhere as atrocious as this. What we just said, and I understand. I give Shotty a pass because it was his first year. But I just think personally, as a head coach, I think it's better if he can watch the game and watch both sides of the ball than
100%.
trying to. It
only makes sense, right?
Yeah. But we'll see what happens. But again, I just think that was a flaw. in our season that, like he said, we waited too late, and he did. But let's get into some of this. Okay, Cowboys 668. They had no want to last year. Okay, they could have made a serious push for the playoff, and they gave up on the head coach. I don't know. What do you think about that, football junkie? About that comment by Cowboy 66? You think they gave up?
In retrospect, they did, and they did give up. We was in a situation where we had to go on a run. We had to go on roughly about a 5-6 game run, and we had those games in the palms of our hands, and we let them slip away. I mean, we let games actually get away from us that we shouldn't have let get away from us, and we could have actually won. So I have to agree with it. They gave up.
What do you think, Cowboys champ? You believe that? Is that something you believe as well?
I said that the team was a reflection of their coach last year. The team was soft because the head coach was soft. The head coach let the team get away with a lot of penalties, missed calls. I mean, it was. I just say it was a reflection of the head coach. Head coach got to do better.
Yeah, you know what? I can appreciate your opinion on that, and I appreciate your opinion. But I'm gonna say when you have two wide receivers over 1,000 yards and a running back over 1,000 yards, dude, that's progress. We haven't seen that in a long time. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I have to at least give the office, kudos. I mean, I got to give them something. You know, when you got three players that's over 1,000 yards, that's progress. If you ask me. So just my take, but I appreciate your opinion. Uncensored Cowboy, go ahead, Cowboy champ.
We got when we turn back the hands of time on last year, and we look at the defense. We knew the defense was terrible. We knew the defense was terrible. But how in the hell your offense do what it does? And you got 2,000-yard receivers, 1,000-yard running back, a 4,000-yard quarterback, and your ass study kicking field goals. So the offense didn't help the defense none in situations.
That's gonna be something we're gonna talk about. And that, again, you know what? And I'm gonna say this: Eberflus hurt a lot of defensive players. The ones that are not here today. We can say the Donovan Wilsons. We can say the Wanye Thomas, simply because the defense was so trashed. It was so trash. So I feel sorry for some of these players that's no longer with the Cowboys because Eberflus did not help their resume one bit. But let's get into what Uncensored Cowboy said. He said they didn't give up. They didn't have the talent. What do you think, Cowboys Corner?
Oh, 100% agree with that. 100% agree with that. They didn't have the talent. Trayvon Diggs, I mean, he was a shell of himself. I mean, Malik Hooker was hurt. CeeDee Lamb was, missed about 4 games, whatever it was.
6.
Was it 6 games?
6 games, brother.
Damn. Yeah, so he missed 6 games. They just didn't have the talent. They didn't have the depth, the draft. I mean, whenever there's reports coming out and by the bye week that you're dead last in playing your rookies, there's a problem. There's a huge problem. Why didn't our rookies get the playing time? Right? Like your rookies, if your mantra as an organization is to build through the draft, and yet you got titles like your rookies ain't playing, what the hell are you really building? What are you really building? It's a house of cards that fell quick.
3 of the rookies were hurt from the beginning of the season.
Yeah, Blue and Mafa.
And Revel.
Revel, yeah.
Yeah, let's bring up another comment. Let's see what else we got out there, moderator. Some good comments out there. Team is built wrong with too much money invested in just a handful of individuals with a massive debt issue. I don't know. You got three 1,000-yard players, and we really it was a steal with the Javonte Williams. I don't think there was a lot of money spent. Then you got George Pickens. I mean, you didn't spend a lot of money on George Pickens. I mean, I don't know. I mean, again, a lot of this falls on his defense. And I know we're going back on last season, which we need to focus on this season. But yeah, massive depth issues. But when you got a defensive coordinator that don't know what the hell he's doing, it doesn't help one bit. So,
don't.
But why was Brandon Aubrey kicked the seat? Well, yeah, we couldn't get in the end zone.
Okay.
That's
Exactly.
a good job of me.
That's okay.
I mean,
I think Brandon Aubrey attempted more 50-plus yard field goals than any kicker in the NFL last season.
So that should be corrected this season, then, Cowboys champ. That should all be corrected this season. We got the same offense we had last year. This is their second go round, well, with George Pickens under a new coach. So this should be a lot better this year, right?
Should, would, could, but we don't know not until they get on the field. And then another thing they need to work on is improving their running game. Yeah, even though Williams got over 1,000 yards, you need to have more people on the running game to help balance that attack instead of quarterback throwing to just the receivers and tight end. Because by the time they get into the red zone, like what Corner said, Cowboys they're ranking for the third down for red zone. It was bottom half of the NFL last year.
Yeah.
So just because you got 2,000-yard receivers and 1,000-yard running back, don't mean the hell of beans if you can't score touchdowns.
Yeah, that's true. And you can always throw the ball between the 20s all day long, right?
Yeah.
Hell, you could throw 5,000 yards in between the 20s, but if you can't get in the red zone, so that is something I guess we definitely got to look at, man. Being these red zone roles again. So, but I want to get into this because we got we got to keep moving. So, let's talk about Tyler Guyton, Cowboys corner, and his position. He's right now listed as the starting left tackle. Still unproven talent right now. But there is an individual that's been reported that is out there, and he's a veteran. His name is Tyler Decker. He comes from the Detroit Lions. He's a veteran. Not saying that he don't need to come in and start, but this guy here, man, he played over 140 regular season games in his 10-year career. I don't know if you know anything much about Tyler Decker, but could this be a comfort blanket or something to where we can probably rely on just in case Tyler Guyton doesn't? Because I really don't. I don't really trust Nathan Thomas that much. I really don't. So, do you know anything about Tyler Decker?
He's 32 years old. He was drafted in the same round as Dak Prescott and Zeke in 2016. Played 140 games, all at left tackle, so I can see why you're bringing him up. 2025, he started 14 games. He's a little long on the tooth, long time lion. So I mean, he could be tied to the Cowboys, but I think you have to let the competition play out before you bring in a vet like Decker. And I want to see what Nate Thomas can do, and I want to see what Tyler Guyton can do. Benching Tyler Guyton sets you back. That's another failed draft pick. It sets you back in contract length with the fifth-year option. Tyron Smith has been more in the building, working with him. You got Merriweather still working with him. I talked to some guys that are very close to Merriweather. And I asked him, what does he think about Tyler Guyton? And he likes Tyler Guyton, which it was surprising to me. I was not expecting that answer, but he really thinks Tyler Guyton needs to do it, but Tyler Guyton needs to stay healthy. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Tyler Guyton played tight end before he played tackle.
Yeah.
So he didn't play a lot of tackle in college. And now he's playing tackle, but it's the left tackle when he played right tackle in college. So that's what they're holding on to is, number one, he can stay healthy. And number two, he really develops. Yeah. Now, when we talk about the offense and it's the same offense, you didn't upgrade anybody and it should be better. I think it could be worse. I think the offense can really look terrible this year. You got film study. They got the weakest links on the left and right side of the football on the offensive line. Cooper Beebe ain't all that great up the middle as a center, right? So there's a lot of woes that can get exposed because we are playing top tier caliber of teams that know how to expose that and put the dagger where you're already wounded. They'll put salt on that wound, and you better believe it. That separates good teams from bad teams.
Since the Cowboys say they could bring in the greatest tackle that ever played, and it wouldn't have guy that left. And you know, I've heard this though. I've heard this several times from former left tackle players, and they said it's not easy moving from right tackle to left tackle. It's, you know, people say, well, you know, and that's what Jerry thought, that hey, we just move him from right tackle and bring him in and play left. No, it's a different skill set. It's a different technique. It's a different step. Everything's different when you've been playing. Again, we have to look at his career and his tenure in football. It hadn't really been that long, so we're asking a lot out of Guyton. So, Football Junkie, what do you think about Tyler Guyton? Is it fair game? I mean, or are we going to just list him as our left tackle?
To be honest with you, man, I'm like Pierre. I'm like Cowboys corner, man. This is a situation where the man hasn't played that much at the position, and like you say, concerning the other former left tackles that has went from right tackle to left tackle, it's not easy because your inside leg becomes your outside leg all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Your body trajectory for taking on angles changes. So I mean, and you have the key priority of protecting the blind side of the quarterback, and most quarterbacks are right-handed. So I mean, it's still a uphill battle, but it's all about how well he can allow himself to be coached up, and how well he's gonna be able to take the proper steps towards bettering his craft at left tackle. It's the key essentials is really basically up to him. At the end of the day, if we got 3 preseason games, if he doesn't look like he has showed any form of improvement by week 3 of that preseason game, it's time to make some serious changes, quick, fast, in the hair, because he's going to be on a slippery slope come season time because we got a nice schedule.
Yeah, and that's why I don't have a problem bringing in Tyler Decker. I really don't. I mean, as far as insurance, if these two guys can't, you know, feel the shoes or of holding down the left tackle, we got this veteran. Not asking him to start, but if shit hit the fan, we can always say, hey, man, Tyler, get in there until we can get these guys right. You know, we just don't know the situation with Tyler and as far as his health. But, you know, that's something that we have to see. It's going to be a competition. And what Shadi already said, that there's going to be a competition. It's fair game. It's open. So we'll let may the best man win the game. But I want to ask this question. I want to get into the confidence. Hold on. Before we do that, Blaze said Cowboys are always, go back real quick. Cowboys are always moving player out of position to fill roster hole. So that's a good question. Before I move it to the confidence level, let me ask you this, and anybody can answer. What are we going to do with Hunter Luepke?
Oh,
what are we going to do with Hunter Luepke? I mean, you know, and like I say, are we going to use a fullback? Is that a wasted position, or is there a spot for Hunter Luepke? This is one position that was probably be the first to be evaluated. What do you think, Cowboys champ?
He might be a training camp casualty. because to be honest, I don't know what this team doing with him. And then, really, be honest, you had rookie running backs last year. You didn't play him, so I don't know.
What do you think, Cowboys going on? Hunter Luke, I mean,
The dude got a $2 million extension for carrying the ball 2 times, and one of them resulted into a fumble in a Christmas Eve game against the Miami Dolphins. I have no idea what the fascination is about this dude. He doesn't play well. When he does, he fumbles. You don't use him. You don't have Schottenheimer. Don't use fullbacks in his system. I don't understand why he's here. Now, thank goodness this was an extension that didn't work out, and it ain't going to cost us 3 years of dead cap money.
Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, let's see. Rolando Rodriguez Hunter plays a lot of special teams and gets a lot of tackles. Okay, and that's fine. If that's where we want to keep him, that's fine. But I'm more concerned about this fullback position. I've heard the talks of him being a tight end. Come on, man. Let's keep it real. I don't think he can play the tight end position. But if we can use him on the special teams, great. But when we're talking about this fullback position, and will this take up a roster spot? Because when we look at this receiver core, man, it's very, very deep. So if you're going to keep a fullback, and only carry 5 receivers, that's something that has to be really talked about. What you got, Football Junkie?
Well, when we look at the fullback position and let's just say the new age schematic of offensive attack, we don't hardly see too many fullbacks. You see tight ends or an extra offensive tackle or maybe a defensive player, a defensive lineman that ends up in that fullback spot. So really, Hunter is obsolete if you just look at the offenses that are really popping in the NFL and how they just supplement the fullback.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how helpful he is on special teams, because if I'm researching this up right, he only has 6 tackles in 3 years on special teams.
Wait a minute. So he might be a liability.
He's a big time liability.
That means you can carry six. Well, you can carry extra player on at receiver, because man, that's a receiver position going to be something. But I agree with you. The Cowboys.
Oh, I'm sorry. He has 12. He had 12 last year. I'm sorry.
12 tackles.
Yep, last year.
Well, that changes things then, Cowboy corner.
Not really.
It's better than 6.
But he has a little over 20 career special team stops. Just a little over 20. So he had his career year last year on special teams.
So I want to get into this real quick. So I want to ask you guys about your confidence level on these certain positions, and you tell me, guys, what you guys think about these positions and what's your confidence level on each one. Cowboy Sham, we'll start with you. What is your confidence level at this cornerback competition? What are your confidence level on that when you look at
give me a scale. 1 to 5 or 1 to 10?
We'll go 1 to 5.
2.
5 being great.
You said 1 being great and 5 being worse, or 5 being good?
5 being great and 1 being worse.
2.
I beg your pardon. I'm gonna give you another chance for that. Say that again.
Okay, number 2.
This guy here. I thought Danny Savage was bad. So explain yourself. So why do you give this confidence level a 2 as far as when we're talking about the cornerback?
Okay, right now we still don't know about if Bland's foot is going to be healthy. We still don't know if Revel's knee is going to be in prime shape before he got injured in college. Now the rookie who they drafted in the 5th round, I forgot his name.
Yeah, from Florida.
Yeah.
He might
Anthony something.
Yeah, he might make some noise. I know that's far-fetched, but he might make some noise. Uh, like I said, I'm not really too highly confident in the with the cornerbacks they got.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, let's not rule out Kobe Durant. We did bring him in. This guy, he's a standout as far as
Uh,
what he's done in the past.
okay. Again, I'm sticking with two.
Okay. Okay. That's what's up. I get you. So football junkie, what you got? What you got, Cowboys corner?
Well, hold up. A 2 out of what?
5. 5 being the greatest.
I mean, I probably a 3.5. I'm not too far off. I thought it was 2 out of 10 or something. But no, but see, the thing with Revel, with his 5 games that he played last year, the reason why he looked off is because he was wearing his knee brace.
Yeah.
And that was his choice.
Yeah.
That was his choice. Now the knee brace is off.
Mm-hmm.
So that equals confidence. Go ahead, G. I apologize.
No, I agree with you. I mean, and you could tell. And one thing about ACL, man, the first thing my son went through it. First thing Dan Cooper told us is he has a trusted knee, and we're talking about a guy that's running backwards, just had an ACL. So, yeah. So I think he'll be a little bit better. But I respect your decision, though, Cowboys champ. So let's get with you, football junk. Let's talk about your confidence level with this safety position. What do you think? How you feeling about this safety with all this competition going on back there on the back end of this defense? Now let me remind you, you have Jalen Thompson, Malik Hooker, PJ Locke. Who else we got? I'm gonna tell you who
Marquise Bell and Caleb Downs.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Marquise Bell and Caleb Downs. What is your confidence level? Matter of fact, I'll start doing it. There you go. Yeah.
So I mean, from what we all know concerning Hooker and Bell, they can play. They can ball out. We know they can. We know they can ball out when they're put in a comfortable position to allow them to play comfortable within themselves and be assured themselves in all things directing like they're supposed to be traffic wise in the secondary. We know them boys can ball. We don't know what Caleb Downs can do on the pro level, but we know he can do it on the collegiate level. So we know he can ball. The other guys and whatnot, from what I've seen with these guys and their highlights at their previous teams, these dudes are gamblers and they're ball hogs. They will lock you down. Being that all that is said, I'm have to go. The safety position has upgraded substantially.
Yeah.
It really has.
Okay.
I have to give the safety position a solid 4.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I'm right there with you. So that leaves me with Cowboy Corner. Cowboy Corner, what is your confidence level with this offensive line? Now, we got BB Cooper at your center. We have Tyler Smith. We have Tyler Booker. We have Tyler Guyton, and we have Terrence Steele. These are your starters. How are you feeling about this offensive line, and what do you think how far they can take us?
I only have full confidence in Tyler Booker and Tyler Smith. I don't have a lot of confidence in Tyler Guyton. I mean, obviously there's reasons there, and we all know why. Terrence Steele in the passing game is terrible, but in the running game, he's a completely different guy. That's why he's still hanging around. And Cooper Beebe, I haven't been sold on Cooper Beebe. Just haven't been sold on him at all. I mean, we're still looking for a Travis Frederick replacement, and we're still looking for a Tyron Smith replacement. Like, this is why you have to cherish these guys while they're here, because it's hard to replace.
Yeah.
Hell, we just replaced Ronald Leary with Tyler Smith just a few drafts ago. And if Tyler Booker pans out, it didn't take long to replace Zach Martin, but that's still a wait in progress. But I'm about a 2.5 when it comes to the offensive line, just because the middle and then the 2 tackles. I mean, I like what Tyler Booker has. I like what Tyler Smith has, but I don't think it's enough.
That's a good one, and that is a big question mark, man. I mean, because we don't know what's going on those edges, man.
No,
you
we
know,
don't.
I have to give Cooper Beaver his props because I mean we moved him from guard to center, and I mean he held it down for his first year as a center. You know, we had Tyler Biadasz before, and I'm like, I don't know, you know, if this gonna work, but I give Cooper Beaver, you know, his props for what he, you know, and by him coming in from playing guard to center. So yeah, I would probably give the offensive line maybe a 3, just because of 3 inside guys, just because. But those edges are something totally different. So I don't know, and I guess we can't really talk about the confidence level with this receiving core because we already know about the receiving core. We, you know, both of these guys got over 1,000 yards, but okay, Asian Persuasion say, yeah, I like Cooper a little more than Biadish. Yeah, yeah. What about this tight end? What is your confidence level about this tight end? Um, Football Junkie, the tight end position we just brought in. What is his name? What's the
Pettis.
new? Yeah, we just brought the new guy in from Baylor. We still got Jake Ferguson. We got Schoonmaker going on. We got Fant. We got Span Ford. So
Span
it's
forward, brother.
competition all
Span
over this
forward.
place.
That tight end situation, man, is
Triggs, that's his name, Triggs. Yeah,
big. And that
Triggs.
the tight end situation is it's a free for all. It really is. This is as they call it, Halloween havoc. This is going to be a situation where Trig Trig can just alter some things in the tight end room if he come out and perform. Um, he could push some guys to play better
Yeah,
by
yeah,
him being
Schoolmaker for sure.
by
That
but when we talking about a tight end that could line up at wide receiver.
now Cowboys corner gonna he got a different opinion about old Triggs. And Asian Persuasion said, I hope the Baylor tight end makes the roster somehow. I thought he was the best tight end in the country last season. Cowboy corner. That's what Asian Persuasion just said.
Yeah, shout out to Asian Persuasion. That's my dog.
Yeah.
Big fan of Asian Persuasion, but Michael Trigg is a more athletic Rico Gathers. That can catch the only thing that separates him, he can catch the football. Rico Gathers couldn't. So
Yeah.
I think there's just a lot of hype there with Trigg. You know, there was a reason why he bounced around colleges and really wasn't stable. It's because he don't have he don't have it here, right? He don't have it between the
IQ.
ears.
IQ.
He's a knucklehead.
That's it. That says a lot. That says a lot. You got to have an IQ as far as at this level. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Like I said, this is the whole reason I got to go out here, man, in Oxnard, because there's going to be so much competition, man, that's going on. But I personally, I think Jake Ferguson will continue to be the start. I like Jake Ferguson. I don't think we used him as much as we should have. Hopefully this season that he'll be more involved in the offense. But I like Jake Ferguson. I think he is your starter. Now the competition comes in when we're talking about Schoonmaker and those behind Schoonmaker. That's where the competition comes in. So this is something that we have to look at. But also, we know that Dak is our starting quarterback. But now we have Sam Howell and we have Joe Milton III. So what are y'all thoughts about that? Who do you like? Who would you rather see as your backup quarterback behind Dak?
Sam Howell.
No Joe Milton III. Well, why do you say that, football junkie? I mean, you just threw that name out there. What you mean?
Sam Howell is forbidden if it does happen, but I think Sam Howell has a better upscale chance of being able to lead the Cowboys throughout the season if something happens to Dak Prescott. I believe that Sam Howell can perform at a much higher level than Joe Milton III, man. I really do.
So,
Joe Milton is
and that's I think that's
what
another thing.
what he is.
Joe Milton is another one. Basically, I think it's the IQ. I mean, he has a strong arm, Cowboys corner, but I think Sam Howell is more of a prepared or ready to play type quarterback. So there will be a competition as the backup quarterback behind Dak. What do you think?
I think they're both trash. It's not good. What we have behind Dak is a circus. It's a clown fest. It's terrible. I would rather have Russell Wilson as a backup quarterback. Jimmy Garoppolo. I'd rather have Tyler Huntley. I mean, what we have back there is a complete joke. Sam Howell could even throw the ball in minicamp in 7-on-7 drills. They're not allowed to do 11-on-11, and the dude can't even complete a pass. Joe Milton did the same thing. It's insane.
But this is all you got, corner. You got these two. You got
I just named off three.
Well, you're not going to get those. They're not on the roster, so you got.
They're about to be. One of them is about to be. Because it's about to be a clown fest on preseason. It's going to be terrible. These wide receivers trying to make this team.
Yeah, I know.
Is going to have these sorry mother lovers throwing to them. It's going to be a disaster.
So that brings up the barbershop debate. Yeah, come on, moderator. Get on down to it. So now that we know Dak is our starting quarterback, and basically he's running it back. He's running back with the players he had last year. So I guess my question, I'll start with you, Cowboys corner. How much time does Dak have? I mean,
one more year after this year.
So is it do or die this season for Dak, or
it should have been do or die. Should have been do or die every year that he signed that second contract.
Wait a minute. I got guys that's watching this, and they are Dak lovers, and they are saying it's he called it a black on Dak crime when we talk about Dak. Wait a minute.
They call it what? They call it what?
Black on Dak crime. That goes out to Dewan. Dewan, that's what he said. Black on Dak.
Well, it's kind of funny because I call those type of guys Dakota witnesses. So.
Whoa, wait a minute. So you're saying, is it do or die for Dak? I mean,
every year is a do or die for Dak.
So what if we only win 7 games, 8 games? What do you do?
The Dakota witnesses will find excuses to bail him out again.
I'm gonna say this. You say if we win how many games?
7.
Okay, I'll say 8. We win 8 games. Do you say, don't worry about it, we'll get them next year, or do you start thinking about Archie Manning?
He trash.
You don't even have a draft pick for it.
Arch Manning is trash.
The Jets have that pick.
Well, the Sports 78 say if they win 7 games, it's mainly because of the defense. Dakota has to go. Wow, what's wrong with you guys, man? This is the highest paid quarterback. What do you? I mean,
not anymore. Pat Mahomes took that reign.
So you're saying if we don't? So are you saying that we should at least make the playoff this year? Is that what you're saying, Cowboys corner? We should. I got us, and we should win the first round. Is that what you're saying?
I got us 8 and 9 because of who our quarterback is.
Oh my gosh! Oh,
because who our quarterback is, or because what the schedule is showing us.
Both of them play a part in it.
You know how I feel about you know how I feel about Dak Prescott corner. You know it. All right.
So wait a minute.
Me and you done beat down. I done beat the drums, and you play lead guitar in this situation.
Yeah.
So you know how I feel about that. Hey.
Yeah. I mean, who's that gonna beat?
I'm just gonna put it to you like this. This could be that Prescott last stand. The only thing that gets Dak Prescott another starting year with the Cowboys if the defense struggles. Other than that, this might be Dak Prescott last stand.
No. Fleabug, you hear all this, that how they talking about your quarterback? They talking about your quarterback.
Fleabug, let's do this.
Now y'all know better than that. That is not my quarterback. And
I'm about to say, it's been a while. I forgot. My apologies.
I do not like Dak, so don't.
My apologies. It's been a while.
I'm not a Dak fan.
Wait a minute.
At all.
Y'all cannot be Cowboy fans if y'all going in on your quarterback like this.
That's not true. That's not true.
That's not true at all.
So can I say this?
If you're a Cowboy fan, you really want Dak gone.
No. Wait.
You want Dak gone.
So by us running it back with the same offense, hold on, Fleabug. Now we're running it back with the same offense. You had 3,000-yard players on this offensive side of the ball. So can you say there shouldn't be any excuses for us not making the playoffs?
Have you seen our schedule?
I don't care. We got 2,000-yard receivers and 1,000-yard running back.
Let me ask you this, G. Hampton. Tell me a game where those 2,000-yard wide receivers both took over a game.
Well, we know that GP did when CD went down. We got to give GP his position.
When they both did.
Let me give his props.
CD Lamb played 11 games. When did they both take over a football game?
Together.
Well, listen, guys, because they didn't have to, because they had a run game.
No, you can't sit here and tell me we have these wide receivers and we have this running back, but you can't answer this question. It's very noted that they can't do it together. When CD Lamb was getting the love, Georgie P tapped out. And that is a fact. They can't do it together. That's why I
don't know if he tapped out or if Dak just couldn't get him the ball. Could
ask Richard Sherman.
Dak couldn't just give him. Man, y'all know me, man. I mean, I'm trying to pull from a quarterback, but bro, I mean,
it's. I put it to you like this, corner. I'm not gonna say they can't do it together. Dak can't ignore. Dak cannot ignore them and just play quarterback.
Yeah.
If CD goes to throwing his hands up and doing all his antics and stuff like that, Dak is going to ignore GP. And GP, all he does is pull his mask up and just look at it. He goons it.
Well, listen, y'all. Now there's two. Come on now.
So that.
So it just doesn't sound like it's a receiver problem. Sound like it's a quarterback problem.
It's a quarterback problem because they don't have the balls to lead them boys.
You're right. That's what I said. When have they done it together?
Well, that's the quarterback's job to get the ball, to spread the ball around, man.
I ain't talking about the football. I'm talking about gonads.
Oh,
he don't know how to step to them dudes like some quarterbacks know how to step to other receivers and say, "Man, shut up." I see.
Now, wait a minute. Now, I see what you guys are saying, but yeah, we saw the antics of CeeDee Lamb. We saw the antics of GP, and they all put it all on GP that he was. No, we saw it from CD, and his mama talked about Dak the year before GP got here. So yeah, we saw the antics, but as a receiver, the worst thing to do is run out for a pass, create separation, and you're looking for the ball, and he don't see you.
Or it's overthrown or underthrown.
Man, for real, that's why the boy ended up hurt. Because this man slinging the ball at him like he a dartboard.
And you know, problem is with another thing. The problem with that, Dak will during headlights look at one particular receiver. He may have a running back. He may have a tight end open. But by the time he uses the progression, get to them, the defenders already be on that man.
I need some Dak fans to show up. Somebody needs to step in and and protect Dak. We got all these
I
Dak
wish you
haters
would, like
in
a
here.
kitchen cabinet.
The court of witnesses, I think they out and about somewhere else.
You mean to tell me everybody in here is saying that if Dak doesn't make it this season, he needs to go? The Sports 7, they say Dak gets paid to come up. Man, wait a minute.
That's real talk.
Yeah.
That's real talk.
That's real talk. That's real talk.
Okay, let's get into it. But here's what I hear from my coworker Dewan and my coworker Daniel. They say, "Well, Dak doesn't play defense." What's your rebuttal?
Yeah, he does. When he's throwing those interceptions, you gotta go make the tackle.
Yeah, he does. He does. When the offense can't get down the field and we got to settle for field goals. Yeah, he does. When we can't even play consistent red zone offense. Dak
Yeah,
don't.
goes. My guitar strings are stringing.
This is tough.
And I'm playing the saxophone right now.
You look like a flute guy, champs. You look like a flute guy.
Listen,
You like a violin guy.
I said this was supposed. I said that this was supposed to be a debate
like a
because somebody
violin.
was supposed to take up for Dak. Look at the Sports 78. When Dak throws those NITs, the opponent red zone, he's definitely affecting the defense.
He's definitely affecting the defense. When Dak cannot sustain a drive, even if you don't score, Dak, at least put together a 10 to 12, 13 play drive and settle for a field goal. Don't do no 3 and outs. Come on, man.
That's all we're saying. And the Cowboys are famous under that to go 3 and out.
Y'all are terrible. You know, look what Blaze said. Blaze said Dak should have been a career backup.
He was third string before Kellen Moore and Romo got hurt.
And look what Kellen Moore is.
What's wrong?
And Kellen Moore never started a game.
This is not a debate. I don't have anybody here to take up for Dak, even myself.
So what do you think about Dak, G?
Well, I'm just saying he's a 4th round draft pick with a 4th round draft
but
pick.
He's 11-year veteran. He's 11-year veteran.
I was trying to make y'all the bad guys, but I'm the same way. I mean, dude, everybody keeps saying he's 12-5. He got 3 12-5 seasons.
First time ever in Cowboys history.
And they're talking about the numbers. So the numbers didn't
2-5.
get you to the playoffs. The numbers didn't get you to the championship.
2-5.
But they call it Dak, black on Dak crime.
Let them know Cowboys Corner got a message for him.
What's that?
Quit
message?
being a Dakota witness.
Whoa. Okay, I see Dak as a better marketed. Oh my gosh. What is wrong with y'all?
What does Kirk Cousins have that Dak don't have?
A lot of money. Well, no, I mean they're identical.
A lot of money.
They both got a lot of money. They won. Jack Kellermore.
I don't. When I talk about Prescott, I don't talk about.
We ain't talking about coaching. We talking about as a football player.
I don't think you can hear me say that. When it comes to Dak, I don't ever talk about the paper. I just talk about the skill set.
What's wrong with the skill set, Corner? What's wrong with the skill set? He threw for 5,000 yards one season. I got to be the devil's advocate because y'all ain't doing right. He threw for 5,000 yards one season. Then he got runner up to MVP. Yeah,
do me a favor, G. 5,000 yards.
Yeah.
You been to AT&T Stadium?
Yeah.
On that side of the stadium, when you walk in, what is it? What do those banners say?
Well, that's Super
What do those banners say? They say Super Champion. Do they say 5,000 yard champion? Do they say we own the NFC East champion? Do they say that Dak was second MVP voting champion? No, they say Super Bowl champion. We have to understand what the standard is. We cannot lose focus of standard. We have to keep the eye on the prize. Yards don't mean nothing if you're not hanging a banner.
Whoa.
They
Well, wait a
showed on
minute.
they showed don't talk about Dan Marino that much.
Well, wait a minute. Now, this man got runner up as MVP, so that stands for
Hang a
something.
banner for it. Hang a banner for it then.
You know, I
Say,
can't
man.
believe it. I cannot believe this. I'm shocked. You guys, so what you're saying, Cowboys Corner, and what you're saying over here, football junkie. You both of you guys are sitting there saying it's do or die for Dak. It's not.
Yes.
You're not saying that we'll get him next time. You guys, you down here and you over here are saying put up or shut up. Is that what you're saying?
It's been that way since 2019.
Hey, all I can say is this: if that defense come together and is able to hold opponents to 24 points a game,
Flea Bug. That's my quarterback, man. That's my quarterback.
And you know what? He really is your quarterback, because today you trying to agree with us, but most of the time you be saying, "Oh no, give him a chance." This, that, and the third. I mean, my stance has never changed on Dak ever.
So what you're saying is,
all this time you've never. First of all, you've only gotten us to the second round.
the Bourbon Bowl.
And then, I mean, like, yeah, he shouldn't have even got signed. I still go back to them renewing his contract and giving him all that money. That should have never happened. They should have let him finish out the year
with Mike McCarthy.
Possibly signed him for 1 year. But all this 4 years and all this money should have never happened. Never. So, I mean, like, he's the reason. I mean, like, and he's supposed to be the quarterback. He's supposed to be the top person on the team and get the people in line. He can't even keep his own people in line. Like, and somebody said something about some balls. He don't have none. I'm sorry.
Wow. Well, and I guess, we are a part of a generation that we've seen Super Bowls. And then you have those that the Gen Zs or whatever, that when they see that our record is better than last year, they're progressive fans. Well, we did better than last year, but I come from the hard knocks when we won Super Bowls, and it's either win it all or fire their ass. So that's where we are, man. But
if Jerry Jones was here, he wouldn't be here.
I put it to you like this: I'm tired of being a Wish a Bowl champ and a Hope a Bowl champ.
I'm tired of saying next year.
Guys, listen, we got to be positive for this year. We're expecting big things this year, guys.
We're positive about the year, but we're not too adamant about Dak Prescott.
No. You said that wrong. You had a perfect opportunity. We positive that Dak sucked. That's what we positive about.
That part.
Oh my God! This is not even a debate that I thought I was going to get. I thought I was going to have some Dak lovers in here that was going to debate your stance about Dak, but all you guys are saying the same thing. That's unbelievable.
Say, G-Hab, you do what you was doing.
No,
he got us on tape. He got us on recording. He got us on live. He got receipts.
Listen, barbershop talk. Remember, we're on barbershop talk, so we can say how we feel.
So this was the opportunity. Okay, anybody out there that supports Dak, I need you to tap in right now. I cannot believe these folks are all saying, "Listen, do or die."
Say,
do or die. Do or die.
Okay, folks, y'all heard it first, and the chat ain't doing no better. They just as worse as y'all. Y'all, boy, I tell y'all some haters.
They ride.
Y'all are some haters on y'all.
We're just being
this is my quarterback, man.
It's
my quarterback.
No, it's not even about hating at this time. It's about keeping it real. Like at this point, it's just keeping it real.
The quarterback got 3 12-5 games. Now, what you gonna do with that?
3 12-5 seasons don't mean jack move. If them 3 12-5 seasons didn't produce no type of hardware or being able to be in position to get a
banner for it.
Come on, that's like going to anger management and you drunk before you get there.
That'd be AA meetings.
God, look at the Sports 78. We have 10 seasons of evidence. Damn. Oh,
It didn't take
guys.
Judge Wapner. It didn't
I
take Judge Wapner to present that.
tried. Listen, little chat.
You know,
and everybody that's
yeah,
watching this. Look at this. What the crap is wrong with
It
you?
really is. It's time to move on.
It's time to move
you
on.
guys remember in science class when you had to dissect something?
Yeah, I remember biology. Right.
Let's dissect Dak Prescott's career. All right. If you cut over here, you'll find 2 first-half interceptions of 2022 against the 49ers. If you cut over here, you'll find 2 first-half interceptions against the Green Bay Packers in 2023. You cut over here, you'll find that he got choked out by the Cardinals and Jacoby Brissett. If you cut over here, you'll find out that Carson Wentz destroyed him in 2018. You cut over here, you'll find. But hey, when you get to the good parts, it's all those fantasy football stats.
Oh my gosh!
You lose a playoff game to Mr. Relative.
Fantasy, what? Oh, okay.
Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah, everybody that's out there, I tried to create a debate. Look at Dallas fans 9705. Dak is a Ryan Tannehill. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, all you Dak lovers.
He a little bit better than Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill couldn't throw the ball. He could run the ball, but he couldn't throw.
Said Ryan Tannehill.
He's a
listen. Okay, listen. I try to create a debate, but these guys are all riding together. Look at who is this? Dak's whole career is stat padded. Oh my God, I should have
Shan the man.
Yeah,
like you said, fantasy numbers. And it is stat padded because just think about all the games they lost that teams just gave them the opportunity to do what they want to do because the Cowboys is getting their head strung out.
Okay, I gotta stop right there, man, because somebody's probably crying right now because you guys. Like you guys. I got somebody out here. I'm gonna give him a few minutes. EK, maybe he is a Dak lover and he's gonna put y'all in y'all place. So I'm gonna bring him on stage. And boy, EK, don't disappoint me. Here we go. Let's go. EK, what's going on? How you doing?
Sean, I'm definitely not a Dak lover, my man.
No, cut his throat, man.
Sorry to break it to you. What's happening with you guys, man? What are you saying?
What's up, fella?
We're trying to find some Dak lovers. So we're trying to. So
what is that?
Let me ask you this. So ahead, is it do or die for Dak with this season? For this season?
No, it's been do or die for Dak.
Oh my gosh, I'm so done.
Okay, be done. First of all, the guy has a 28% win percentage in the playoffs. Out of 7 games, he's won 2 games. That's 28%. That's math. More math for you. The past 3 losses, he has 6 turnovers, 2 in each game. And look, man, corner can attest to this because corners know me for a minute. Is Dak an absolutely garbage quarterback? No. Is every playoff loss 100% only on him? No. I've never said that. He's never said that either, nor have the guys that we rock with ever said that. But you cannot sit here and tell me that he is not the biggest reason that we have lost big games. He is. Last year, everybody wanted this guy to have a number 2 receiver. Last year, everybody wanted this guy to have a running game. You got it. We won 7 games last year. Yes, the defense was absolutely garbage. But let's not act like this offense was not historic and all this other shit. It wasn't. In the red zone, we were ranked 16th, I think. So miss me with it. I don't want to hear it. Okay, Dak is not he just can't get it done, man. That's just what it is with the guy. He's not a garbage quarterback, but he just can't get it done when it matters most, and that's fine. Just admit it and move on from it.
So, EK, what do we do after if we don't make it this season? I'm looking to be at least personally. I'm looking to be in an NFC Championship. And
well, that ain't happening this year. I'm sorry to break it to you, brother, but that's unless it prove it to me first. Can we win a divisional round game?
Well, our defense would not be as worse as it was last year. It can't do anything but move up. We still have the 2 1,000-yard receivers. We have a 1,000-yard running back, and we got a 4,000-yard quarterback. So Come
Well,
on,
you
man.
had all that last year. Yeah, we had all that last year. What did it get you?
Can we not give Shotty a pass because it was his first year? And then Eberflus did not help at all. So can we not at least give him a pass and say, hey, this could be a better season?
No, first of all, you don't get a pass. This is professional football. Okay, you don't get a pass just because of that. We can say that it's his rookie season as a head coach, that he had growing pains. I will indulge you on that much. A pass, last time I checked, you get a check. You don't get a pass when you get paid to do something. And can he improve? Absolutely, he can improve. I'm not saying he can't improve. I mean, but I personally don't think he's that good of a head coach. But can he improve? Yeah, he has a chance to improve. But I'm sorry. If this defense is if this defense is what I'm fearing it's going to be, I'll put it that way. You'll be lucky to win 3 games.
Oh my gosh.
But I will look at this. Look at the schedule.
What are you fearing on the defense? For what?
Well, it's
time
not.
out.
Let me.
What are you fearing on the defense?
It's just we don't know what it's going to be. We don't.
But what are you fearing though? But what are you fearing?
Well, I'm not fearing anything, quote unquote. I'm just like we don't know what it's going to be. That's I guess where I started. I am. Fear is not the right word.
Can't be no worse than what we had last year, EK.
Well, I mean, but
it's no way.
It could still be bad. I mean, we were ranked 32nd last year, so I guess you can't get worse. I agree, but I mean, you can still be bad. Here's the thing: until Christian Parker is a rookie defensive coordinator, so he's going to have his growing pains regardless. It's going to happen. So, and especially, I'm sorry, man, with this opponent list, it ain't an easy opponent list. So I mean, it's not an easy schedule, man. So I mean, prove it to me, and I will be happily wrong. But until they prove it to me, I just can't. I've been burnt too many times by the team, man, for me to put my stock into them like this. I get it. It's off season. We want to be hyped up, but it's just, I don't know. I mean, I've seen this movie and I've seen this song and dance before many times. So I mean, it's just, I agree that I mean it'd be shocking for it to get worse than 32nd ranked last year, but I don't know, man. Until they prove it to me, I don't buy stock into it. That's just my opinion.
Well, EK, we appreciate your opinion and everything. There you have it, folks. We got a bunch of Dak haters, and I didn't have not one Dak lover in here. So give it up for the Dak haters.
There's no Dak hating, and that's it. I with all due respect, I got love for you, Hampton, man. But I take issue with the hating because for his first 4 seasons, I was just like you.
Yeah.
Where I was, this is real talk. I'm not bullshitting. I used to be to call myself as my man's Champs would say, a Dakaroni. I was a Dakaroni to a sickening degree his first 4 seasons, and I used to love the guy. But at some point in time, we got to open our eyes, man. What is he showing you? Other than numbers, what can you point to last year that proves that he will get us to an NFC title game? Besides numbers, show me something. You can't.
Okay. Hey. So I'm going to say this. If this doesn't happen this season, it might be time to consider drafting a first-round draft pick quarterback. I mean, that's the last time we won. It's time. I mean, we tried it with Tony Romo. We got nothing from Tony Romo. We tried it with Dak Prescott. Another 11 years, 21 years that we have went through with these backup quarterbacks. It might be time to start thinking about a first. There's a reason for first round and 7th round. Number one is athletics abilities, the skill level, and the IQ. There's a reason that some of these quarterbacks fall in the first round because of these skill sets. So maybe, EK, Cowboys corner, we're going to finish it right here, and football, maybe that's something we need to consider. It may be.
Well, until Dak's contract is up, you're kind of fucked. I'm sorry for the language, but I mean, it's just the truth. So
that's true.
I think that's our first cuss word on the show, Eshawn. You just ruined the whole show with the first.
No, he did not. I beat him to it. Don't worry about it. I got you first, brother.
That's why I followed it up with an apology.
No, you're good.
I will throw this out there. This could be no better season for Dak to rise to the occasion and lead the Cowboys. If he can do that. This is no better season.
I'm holding his feet to the fire. That's just it. There's no excuse. I don't care about no schedule. You've been in the seat. You've been in the league for 11 years. I don't. There's no excuses. I'm sorry, Dak. Again, yeah, coaches have to put you in a good situation. But Dak, you've been in the league long enough to be able to facilitate or whatever you want to call it to get over the hump. That's just it. So that's where we are. Guys, I appreciate.
We can say that.
Go ahead.
We can say that honestly, though, for the past at least 4 or 5 years. I mean, we had 3 12-5 seasons back to back. We made it to the divisional round once.
Well, I don't care nothing about. I don't care anything about the past. EK, I'm holding Dak feet to the. And I have to. I have to hold his feet to the fire. 11 years, dude. I mean, come on, dude. I know. Okay.
You done seen it all,
guys.
brother.
Appreciate you guys. Do me a favor. Make sure, hey, guys, thank y'all for stepping through and hanging out with us, man. EK, thank you for your opinion, man. And
thanks for letting me
that's where we are. But I try to create a debate. So much for the debate. So give it up for these guys. All right, guys. With that being said, we're gonna get on up out of here. EK, thank you, brother. We appreciate you and have a great night. And we will talk to you on next time.
Take it easy.
All right. And again, like I always say, continue to be blessed, continue to stay safe, and whatever you do, continue to be kind because we need more of it. And like I always say, we're out of here. Deuces.
Deuces.